Hi again. I'm now going to talk a bit about how to find the story response time story number.rt data from the large Excel file so that we can clean it up into a smaller Excel file that only contains data on story accuracy and story response time. So, when you open the large Excel file, you will scroll over in the data until you start to see this button thing that I mentioned in the other video. This time, instead of scrolling past it, this is the area that we're going to be looking in. So, similar to before, I think it's easiest if you hang out in this headings column and scroll over until you find it. It'll pop up. The heading that you're looking for should pop up here, and this time our heading is story number.rt response time. So it's shorter and easier to find this time, the heading. So I'm tabbing over and looking for the heading to pop up, and there it comes. So I found one. Story 1 response time is highlighted. So similar to when we're finding the accuracy data, you'll just scroll down until you find it within that column. There we go. So it's listed 8 times, but you only need one of them. They're all the same. It's just recorded that many times in the data for some reason. So this is a large number, but as it says in the email that I forwarded, it's recorded in seconds to the thousandths place. So you just convert that into seconds. You add the decimal point. So similar to copy and pasting over the accuracy data, I just copy and paste this number into a clean Excel file. And the way I have that represented in my sample Excel sheet is that just for underneath the accuracy for each of them, I put the response time. So in this case, story 14 response time in seconds is just in the same column as my accuracy data. So once you find it, I just pop back up to the top into our heading line and scan over until I find the next one. And here's one already, story 11 response time. It seems to vary a bit how far over you have to tab to find the next one. And I mean, obviously it's going to change how far down you go because you can see that the data is scattered. But I haven't noticed a pattern yet as to, there it is, as to how far over you have to scan to find the next response time. So I'm not sure about any tips on locating up them, how you can anticipate where you'll find them, other than starting during this button stuff and then scrolling across through the top. So eventually, if you continue to scroll over enough, you should end up finding all of the columns that will have story number.rt, which is for response time. So yeah, one error that was noted in the email was that sometimes I was having difficulty locating auditory only condition story response time data. I think we realized that it was due to an error in the ePrime, so that should be fixed. But if you can't find it, don't panic for the auditory only condition, because it's likely due to an error in the ePrime collection of the data rather than you just not being able to find it. So it might not be there, but hopefully in most of the sets moving forward, that data was collected because we tried to fix the ePrime error. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about creating these cleaned up Excel files. I can send you this one too, just so you have a template of how I did it, but there's a ton of ways to do it, whatever organization makes sense to you. So, thanks.